Okay, so I'm here. I've been pulled over in Logan. Those folks in that car right there have decided that they thought I was a threat to society by speeding and swerving in and out of traffic according to them. And so I've been pulled over by this police officer. We are now waiting for the highway patrol to arrive. That vehicle right there, I believe I did pass them in MANTUA. And then anyway, so supposedly, from what I gather, their story is that I was weaving in and out of traffic at high rate of speed. So it's just kind of really bizarre that between Manaway and here, just into Logan, if I was weaving in and out of traffic at a high rate of speed, how is it that they were right behind me, so that as I was being pulled over by this cop, I don't know if they were in front of me or pulled in behind me, one way or the other, but either way, if I passed them at a high rate of speed and was driving unsafe, you would have figured that I would have probably left them in the dust. A, left them in the dust long ago, or B, they must have been swerving in and out of traffic as well. So next, I assume that they're genuinely concerned for the public's safety, and I like to think that maybe even for my safety, perhaps. So if that's the case, then sure. I mean, I understand that. I wasn't doing anything that was breaking the law or exceeding the speed limits, so I kind of just get the feeling that they're just really being, I don't know, just being real special today. So nothing better to do. But anyway, we'll see what the highway patrol says. They've all signed statements, I guess. There's at least 3 of them in the car, so we're just gonna go ahead and record the rest of this incident and see what happens. Hoping for the best. Hi, officer.
How's it going?
Good. I just want to let you know you're being recorded.
Sounds good. So are you?
Fantastic.
Okay, so tell me what's going on. It sounds like they were following you through the canyon, or saying you were going pretty quick and got in front of people. And
I'm pretty sure that car I passed in Manaway, which is 20 miles back. Next thing I know, I'm being pulled over right here.
Yeah.
And as I come to a stop here, these guys pulled in around me and parked right there. And then after about a minute-long conversation with the police officer, he said someone was complaining. And then I saw this second cop go over and talk to him. So I was like, oh, it must be these folks here that were concerned, I guess.
Right.
And so the question is, if I passed them in Manaway, and then I was weaving in and out of traffic dangerously, did they follow me at a high rate of speed, or to stay with me? I mean, it's just kind of a weird claim. I don't understand that. Now, another thing, I think it's about 2:40 right now. I do remember passing a highway patrol in the opposite direction by the railroad tracks down by
Charger.
Yeah, it was in a Charger. And so I was passing a diesel truck at that point, just at a slow pace, as we were approaching, within a mile of that stoplight by the railroad tracks there. And
Trucking down here.
way out there, yeah.
Okay.
Past Heritage Farm.
Oh, right down there by the Maverick.
By the Maverick, yeah,
Okay.
yeah. So at that point, I mean, I was in the left lane and passing a semi, and on comes a highway patrol, and I checked my speed, all good, no problem, and there he goes. And so if this has to go to court or whatever, I'd like to annotate the time in hopes of maybe obtaining that police officer's dash cam footage showing me cruising by at a normal speed.
Chances are,
I don't know how that works.
Chances are he won't have dash cam of that.
Okay.
His camera probably won't run it.
Yeah, that's what I figured. But
so I understand. So this is what I'm understanding. I just got here trying to figure it out. So they are claiming that they saw you at a high rate of speed, passing and swerving in front of vehicles. At the time they saw you, called you in, and then here we go.
Right.
So that's what I know.
Okay.
So are you saying you weren't driving at a high rate of speed?
No.
You weren't waving in front of vehicles?
No. I probably had to get in front of a car.
Okay.
There was no way I was swerving in and out of vehicles. I mean, I guess swerving or changing lanes can be defined by every individual in a different way, but look, I don't know where this will go, or if, you know, a judge is going to see this, or if I'm going to have to make my case, but the point is that this is not a bullet bike, a speed bike.
Okay.
I take safety extremely seriously.
Okay.
It's dangerous as hell out here on this road. I stand up a lot so that I can see over cars, and I pick a spot in the lane so I can see if there's any road debris in the road. I take safety very seriously. I should turn my signals on well in advance. I check my lanes. So if people see me standing up and changing lanes to go around traffic, and they've got a problem with it, and they have 30, 40 minutes of their own personal time to spend here to make a deal, then I mean, that kind of maybe says more about them than my driving habits. Now, if they've got some, you know, that said, if they're genuinely concerned that I endangered their lives, a semi-truck driver's lives, the general public's lives, my own lives, and they have a genuine concern, hey, I'm all about that. I understand if that's where they're coming from. At this point, I don't have much confidence that is where they're coming from because of the way this is panning out. But, you know, it is a motorcycle. I do not recall going over the speed limit ever. So to get
not even to get in front of the cars?
Not that I can recall. So to get around vehicles that are going
over
slow.
the posted speed limit is what you're saying.
That's what I'm saying. I mean, I don't recall intentionally going over the speed limit that I recall. So if there's evidence to the contrary, I mean, I don't know what we'll have to do about that. I apologize. And, you know, I see motorcyclists out there all the time that are getting crazy and doing dangerous stuff. And I would never consider myself in that category. So, you know, this is just me making my case to you. I don't know what good it's going to do. But if they're concerned, I apologize. I don't really know where else to go from here with that.
Well, let me go talk to them, see what they have to say about it. Then I'll we'll let you know, okay?
All right.
Where are you coming from, just for my knowledge?
From Ogden.
Okay, just up here.
I was going to go up Ogden, Logan Canyon, turn around, and come back home.
Going for a drive?
Yep.
Okay. There's that back for you.
Okay.
Okay. Like I said, the warning.
Okay.
You don't have to do anything with it. There's no force or contact. Okay. And it's just failure to stay in the lane. So that could mean swerving, going across the lane or a line or something like that. So just get a warning. Make sure you're cognizant of it.
Yep. You bet. You bet.
Okay, man.
Hey, all you guys do an awesome job. I mean, I work as a first responder as well, and I know the stuff you guys deal with and see, and you know, my hat's off to you. Appreciate it. Appreciate your time. Sorry this is a problem. And
Yeah, sorry I took up your time.
hey, honestly, I mean, if they were really that concerned and these things give me to slow down and save my life, then if that's genuinely what they wanted to do, then praise be to them. You know what I mean?
Hopefully that's the idea, right?
All right. Well,
Okay, man.
Have a good day.
You as well. See ya.
Well, that was about 30 minutes of hanging out in the blazing heat. There they go. All right, well, I laid over here and reviewed all that video footage for a bit, several times. So before I edit this video, decide to post it, I honestly think what happened in this scenario, well, I accidentally didn't record the interaction, the main interaction I had with the cop after he got back from talking with those people. But what they claimed was that when I pulled in front of a semi-truck, that they watched that semi-truck lock up the brakes to not hit me. In addition to all this supposed aggressive driving I was doing. So I mean, that's a little far-fetched, I would say. The last thing I want to do is get smashed by a semi-truck, and I'm fully well aware of giving them large amounts of space because it's really hard for them to slow down. So I don't know. They claim that I swerve in and out of traffic a lot and cutting people off, yet they say that I cut off a semi and then what, got in front of him and then hit the brakes to where he had to hit the brakes. So which was it? Was I... Anyways, I probably wouldn't have put that part of the footage in even if I had recorded it anyway, but totally a reasonable police officer, highway patrolman, as they all are in my experience. If you treat them well, they treat you with respect. But what I really think happened is there's certain speed zones here where I live in northern Utah. Driving through Willard, it's 45 mile per hour zone. Driving through Mantua, it's a 50 mile per hour zone, 55 mile per hour zone. And I, having lived in this area a long time and having grown up here, pretty much religiously slow down specifically in those two and other zones in this area to at the speed limit. I always slow down going through those zones because I know the police that have patrolled those areas and they don't mess around. So I know I was going the speed limit through Mantua, and what I think happened was I slowed down as we approached coming up into Mantua. These yahoos went around me, didn't slow down. I kept the speed going super freaking slow. I'm getting passed by all these people. We get out of that speed zone, we're climbing up the hill, and then I pulled out and I went around a handful of people. And so I think that they thought that I was being super aggressive when I accelerated around them, although they had sped around me through Mantua. Now, I don't know for sure whether that was the case because there were two different cars. One, I think, was an Audi. That one was an Acura of similar color. So I don't know. But anyway, the point is, these people definitely had a stick. They definitely had an agenda, and somehow I offended them, and by God, they were damn sure going to make sure I knew about it. In so much as them that they were going to call, I'm assuming 911, as much as you would do to report a drunk driver on the road. But I kept looking over there at them while they were talking to the police, and I was expecting them to be pulling out their cell phone and showing footage or something. Like, look, see, here he was, there he was. Because supposedly they followed me for a long time, and I didn't see a dash cam on their mirror or anything, so nope, I guess it was just the three of them. They were offended somehow that I went around them, and so perhaps I was driving a little aggressively. I'll try to not drive as aggressively, but still, that said, I don't think I was driving unsafe or breaking any laws, so whatever, it's neither here nor there. But that's how you got to deal with the public and how to deal with police officers with respect. And so on to another day.